They've been in there. I've not heard or seen them go in there, and I've been looking at my...
I don't know what they were doing, but I do know that they've, cut some concrete. So they haven't finished today, after all.
Even though you told them to be done by today.
Yeah. Well, if they'd have come at when they should have done, Kirsty, they would have been. Yeah, I don't know how all this works, but...
That's nice.
I suppose I have to say that. So I thought I'd just give them a plus that. I haven't just put a few bits out for the birds because they've been fed properly today.
Great, so now I have to wait around.
No, it doesn't take long. They just seem to munch it all up.
Well, in that case...
So just give it... Casey, just wait. Look, you've made him wait 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm ready now.
Well, now, the thing is, see that? I don't know whether once you've finished with it, you can just shove it back there.
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
It might for a while help it to...
Not go mouldy and damp. Yeah, nothing... mould and damp will penetrate anything, as we know.
Yeah, but if we're using it, it won't. The only reason that... Look, it's taken ages for that to go off. And it's only just started to... It started to go off there, and then it's just travelled up.
True.
That's been there. How long's that been there? That cost me a bloody fortune, that, so that's why I got a little one.
Oh, it's cute, like a little version of it.
And you can get refills, so...
Look better from that, yes.
And I can get an organic refill. You can get the rock salt for this, but then there's a bigger one that,
Yeah.
a bigger refill. But what you have to remember is, oh, it won't work. Because you've left that on.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've left a little thing up there, so hopefully it'll work for a while. I don't think, I think it should be alright. So where do you want to store it? I don't know where to, we'll leave it in the hall so it's between both. Well,
oh, right, okay.
I'm just thinking about between both, otherwise you're going to have to say, oh, I forgot the salts, you have to traipse all the way in here. Then it's in there and you've got, oh, I have to go and get the salts, I have to traipse
all the way in there, yeah.
So at least if it's middle for diddle.
True. Middle for diddle, 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 oh yeah, 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 yeah. Got that bloody song in my head now.
And the thing is that I've got two of them, Kirsty, but here's my quandary. If I got two of them... Quandary.
I got it from my dad, 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 dad. I got it from my daddy. I got it from my daddy.
Why have you left all the dead stuff?
Oh, I have not left the dead stuff.
Yeah.
No more, you have not.
Well, okay, are you putting this in food then?
No,
Oh, so it's dead stuff.
I'm going to undead it.
It's dead stuff. I can't believe they just left it and not said anything. Why didn't you say something?
Yeah, I know. It seems a bit silly, that, doesn't it?
You know, all they have to do is look, we're off now. They're probably not saying anything because I said I wasn't finished today.
So yeah, oh yeah, so they're probably going, no, for screw that.
Now, the thing is, this is the problem I have, right? Say, for instance, they charge 50 quid an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just never going to happen, but say it was 50 quid an hour. They've not worked that long here because they were late. I mean, it was what? I don't know what time they come because I was asleep. And it was 2 o'clock when I said you a couple of hours, you said you were, whatever it was. So say they worked here 6, well, say just for the office, it's 4 hours. But when I get the bill, which I'm going to ask for one because I want to know what the fuck's going on.
If they'll give
what
it
if
to
he
you?
puts down a day's work to do? No, we can't be doing that. That's what I mean. When are we going to get an itemised bill to say how many hours they worked? You know, and what I'm paying for. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, take that with you. Always take things with you. Look around to take things with you.
Okay.
Right, go and lock everything up then and then
Okay.
take him out of bed. Oh, I told you, they're brilliant.
Yeah, you did tell me last night, yeah.
And then don't forget, come back and clean this lot up.
Okay.
And don't forget to put the... Yeah, look. go in there anyway, so why don't you take some bits?
Yes, must.
No, it's not.
Oh, thank you. You hand it to me. Oh, yes, that's very nice of you.
That's what I mean about you, Kirsty. Everything's always part of a job. You never complete a job. I mean, this should have been cleaned up. If not at the time, immediately after.
Gimme then.
Well, I've not finished, have I? You've got all this lot to go away. Which should have been done ages ago. And don't use anything else until you've used that one up.
Right. I won't. Last one fell on the floor, by the way. So that's everything.
Well, yeah, these you'll need to rot anyway, so we might as well. I would have used these up in my thingy on Sunday, but you're not likely to. I'll just put them up in, say, strips or something. But you, no. Just leave them there to rot. So as soon as you're going to waste them anyway. Right, let's go and sort this washing up out now. Right, let's move that over there. Like that. Right, get the next lot on.
Can I go out now?
Well, as soon as I've done your cleaning up for you, yeah,
You're very kind, Mama.
I can't believe I thought I've not. They must have done something, but I don't remember them attaching anything to that. I don't remember them. Because my first thought was, well, that's typical. They only go up to cut the tea. And that's when somebody has to go in there. I don't remember them going in there. I don't know, because I've not been in all the time, so I don't know. No, the big all that noise that they were making to cut up the concrete.
Oh, yes.
But then they knock off at 4. Just knock off at 4.
Knock off at 4.
So they work wherever they've worked before, and then just give me a couple of hours at a time. Good enough. Well, they can't come back tomorrow, I'm out. Which you know what that means, don't you? Well, we'll have to go. We're going to have to. No, she's gone. I'm going to have to reorganise my day tomorrow. Well, what we need to.
I'm not doing that because you told us to.
What?
I bet you were thinking you were being bossy. Well, I'm not going to do that because you told us.
Well, I don't know, but this alters our tomorrow, I'm afraid, Kirsty.
No.
No, Kirsty, stop it! I'm not having people here when I'm not here.
No, just tell us not to come tomorrow.
No. So you paying for every day that thing sat there, are you? All right. And you should have, if you're not, I presume they use it to fill it in. Right, so I'm afraid, Kirsty, it alters what we're doing tomorrow, and that's that. Well, it's not, like I say, it's not my fault. They're supposed to have been done and dusted today, but they come. They didn't come. Like they're supposed to.
to go now. I get the
Can't believe these people controlling what's happening.
I know. And then we could have gone out tomorrow. Now we're not going to get to go out. Glorious. I bet it's tomorrow. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Great, now I've lost viewers. Thanks.
We're going to be out for about half an hour, that's it. And I have to go out and straight back.
Great.
Well, I'm sorry. But we'll have to go when they've gone. If they finish at 4, we'll have to go see where Morrison's, won't we?
Right, so we're not going to get to eat, basically.
Oh, like I say, not my fault. I'm just so annoyed that they're supposed to be here.
Got to be something we can do.
So annoyed about it.
Eee.
Another day when I got
Come on.
for a thing to sit there. So annoyed.
Sure they're not coming back?
I don't, like I said, I don't even know how much this lot's going to cost. I can't believe it just come.
Hello, Jackson.
And in those couple of days, he's missing out on birthday. And I ain't talking to myself.
No, I'm here.
He's missing out on the birthday, Casey.
It's a nice light here.
I have to pay the money for that. The same money I paid for somebody else. Do exactly the same bloody thing.
Yep, infuriating.
Again, double the price. Well, you can't please about it, Casey.
Sure. Why not? Why not? Go take a suit, please.
Very, very important to make sure I look at that.
All right. I'm so annoyed about this.
You're just upset because you can't go and have something to eat. I've got the hard part of not knowing how much this what's going to cost me. And at the end of it, I don't have a choice.
I know, it's annoying, isn't it? Take care, Simon. Just 1 second. My hand's wet. I didn't realise my hand was wet.
Mike's not, remind me, Mike's not coming till Thursday.
Right. So much for going to the railway street. That's no good. That is no good. Right, we're ready to go out now. I think. Lovely.
Oh, I hate this fucking thing. Well, it goes, I put in assuming that it puts a dot and then an ing.
Oh. No.
To delete, and it goes, meh, 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 and it carries on like that. I'm decent. No.
Oh my god! Can you do that again? I'm recording you now, do it again. It goes. What does it go? Sorry, how does it go? She does it funnier than I do, don't you, Mama?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to do that thing what it does when you try and delete something or whatever.
I was trying to delete it, so I was just deleting it.
You're supposed to go like really loud.
I did that loads around the edges.
I know. It happens to me too. It's really.
So I'm pressing delete, 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 delete. So as you start to delete, it'll delete one, then it's, like I say, it goes Don't forget you still got my toenails. So.
Not in the recording, jeez. And ew, that's embarrassing. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. Don't, everybody, I don't do things like that. Come on then. I don't clip anybody's toenails. That's disgusting. Yeah? Yes, I know, but you don't have to say it on camera. Yes, you already said it. And everybody bloody heard. Looks like you scared everybody off there, Jackson. We went from 7 to 0 very quickly. Probably my mum's fault, that one. My mum scared everybody off and so did you, Jackson. Stay. Look at this girl! Oh. I'm trying to zoom in, but it just shows me the stupid messages. Ah, it's gone. Alright, never mind. I am a good pervert. Oh, not fighter. I'm going to call you something else. How about your pervert control? That's what you are. Pervert control. No, I'm the boss. People can't treat me like a piece of meat. I'm the boss. By the way, this drawing, as you call it, is not just a drawing. This is a portrait of me. This is a self-portrait. It's of the boss. This is how the boss looks. Yeah, you can stay Simon, but you can't be all like, I don't know, over the top like that. It's just fucking weird. It's okay, Jackson. He's just saying I'm a sexy boss. That's okay. I'm just sick of it when people start telling me what to do on the live stream, like, you know, eat, jiggle your belly and eat stuff on it and blah 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 blah. But he's not doing that now, so that's okay. As soon as he starts, you can do it. Here we go. Why don't you sexualize the picture instead? Look how sexy he is. Look how fat and sexy he is. He's not happy. Look at how grumpy he is. He's not happy about being on camera at all. Look at him. Oh, look how cute. Oh, look how cute he is. Sorry, it's blurry. I'm trying to go really close so you can see how cute he is. Look at that mouth. Look at those eyes. Are they cute? Hey, guess what, everybody? I've got my wig. Okay. I got my wig. That way, your place. You know not to go there. Go to your place. That's your place. Good body, do it every fucking... good boy. That's better. Jeez. Do it every day. And he still goes there. When have I allowed him to go there? Never. Not allowed to wee there. Because that's all the pile of stuff that I'm going to be... Come back. Come on. That's the pile of stuff I'm going to be putting in the brown bin. And I don't want to be handling his... fucking bee! What was that? I guess he hates cameras. I will not report to you, but I have my eye on you. Good boy, Jackson. That's a good mafiosi. Yeah. So look how cute and grumpy he is. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Look at it. Watch this. How much he doesn't like it. There you go. He's slapping it. He doesn't like it. Sorry, but I erased the message due to an error. Oh, okay. The bloody dog is driving me insane. The bloody dog. That's of the boss. That's the mafia boss. Look at him. He's Don Lino, the mafia boss. Isn't he handsome and sexy? He's a sexy fat boy. Thick boy. Look at them legs, aren't they nice? He doesn't like it though. He doesn't like me. He doesn't mind the camera. He just doesn't like it when I'm filming his freaking body and sexualizing him. He doesn't like it when I do that. Hello, Eugene. Have you seen the self-portrait of myself? Look how sexy and fat I am and boss-like I am. Do you know what? If I could, I'd just have the picture talk for me, but I can't do a man's voice. So it'd be good if I had like a recording of a man's voice and he could just like talk on camera for me. Well, I was thinking of doing that, you see, on maybe not this channel, but I was thinking of on another channel. Have you ever seen YouTubers like Chip Flake? And there are others like him. I can't think of the more popular ones, but Digby the Goat is that one, like where they have a drawing talking for them. It's like an animation, but unfortunately they do it with they record their own voice doing it. But I'd rather it be like a man's voice doing it, so it could be like the boss talking. Any suggestions? I could use that robot voice thing, you know, that what's it, Rick? That text to speak thing. But everybody complains that the robot voice is scary, so it doesn't sound, you know, natural enough. And even the most natural robot voice still sounds like a robot, so, and people don't like it. They can tell that it's a robot voice. Is there any way that I could, you know, is there any way I could like have a man's voice? Maybe I could hire somebody to talk. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Well, I'd have to have money, obviously, unless I could get someone to do me a favour. Yes. Like Leafy. Like Leafy on the YouTuber. You know him. He's famous. Everybody knows about him. Apparently he gets people to do stuff for him for free. I admire him greatly for that, because that's what I need. I need people to do stuff for me for free. In the movie Wall-E, Mac in Talk, Apple's text-to-speak program was used to provide the voice for Auto. I don't know who that is. Is that like a more natural speaking voice though? Because like, I need a more natural man's voice to do my videos of the animations of the boss. Okay, so the boss yesterday was bigger. Oh, yes, right, yes. That's a different boss. That's the rival mafia boss, the squirrel boss, yes. Expensive voice modulator. It sounds so fake. I'd rather just have an actor do it. Although if I could get a proper speaking voice thing, text-to-speak thing, I could, or maybe even a voice-to-voice thing, you know, where you speak into it and it comes out as a male's voice on the other end. I could do it myself. Relying on other people is not one of my good fortes. It's not one of the things I'm very good at, because people are generally unreliable. So probably getting someone to do it, it would rely on them and their schedule and when they could do it. Whereas if I could do it, you know, it'd be a lot easier. Why couldn't I have had a man's voice? It would be so much easier. You get these women, they have men's voices. How do they do it? I suppose they have to smoke a lot, don't they? I might take up smoking so I can get a man's voice. Cigars. Do you think cigars will do it? I am the boss after all. I hope you get a good program for the task. I will. Agent. Will the boss be chugging anything fizzy today? Well, not fizzy. I don't have anything in, but I want to chug something today. I have got my energy drink. Right now I've just got a tea. So I'm just going to show you him one more time. So that's Don Lino. The bigger squirrel boss is the rival boss, and he's called Don Tomasino. And I just have to write him into my book. I haven't written about him yet, but I do have a bio for him, if that makes sense. You know, I've got like his backstory already, and it's on my phone at the moment. I'm writing most of the story on my phone in notes, but some of it's on the computer, some of it's on here. Because, you know, my story's about Jeremiah and his father, Lino, Don Lino, who I'm supposed to be. And and all the characters and family members involved in that. I haven't really been working on it too much lately, but I've just been, if I think about something, I will write it down. But they're just like little, what they called, my mum called it something, what did she call it? Excerpt. They're just like little excerpts. Excerpt for book. So it's not, I don't really know where I'm going to fit everything into the book yet. So I've got the main book written, but I have to fit all the new stuff in now. And because I've sort of thought of all these ideas but not written them all in the proper book yet, in story mode, you know, in story form or novel form, you know, it's going to be quite hard to try and get it all in there now at this point. Come on. Look how slim my mum looks now. She used to be dead fat, but she looks quite slim now. Hiatus. Kinda do. I have mixed feelings, but I kinda do want to be like the big boss. He's huge. Here's me.
I'll tell you why.
She's slim because she doesn't eat anything. She's been complaining about the fact that we eat late, which we have been eating late lately. And she's afraid it's gonna make her gain weight or something, but it's actually making her lose weight clearly because she does look slimmer now. I don't know when that happened, by the way, because she was huge not that long ago, but suddenly she's very thin now. So you won't believe it though, like from the front or from the side she looks still big, but from the back she looks quite slim. I'm getting wet, sorry. There we go. Raining. Of course, it's been beautiful all day, and of course now I've come out, it's decided to rain. Fabulous. So now I'm gonna have to freaking get an umbrella now and carry that around, as if it's not bad enough I have to carry this phone around. I wonder where my selfie stick is. It'd be easier to carry it with a selfie stick or something. I wish I had someone to bloody just carry the camera around with them. Do you know what? I really need lots of people. I need lots of staff around me to do things for me. It'd be so much easier. But no. The only people who want to serve me, you guys, are all too far away, and no one around here likes me, so it's quite hard for this one. This is so hard. Right, I'm gonna have to put it down while I open it. Ugh. Ugh. Careful, jeez. I also hate being tethered to the front here while I'm live streaming, but I can have to. After this live stream, you should look up good text-to-speak programs that are for free, or voice changers. I've tried voice changers, but for that you'd need to have a microphone, wouldn't you? I don't have a microphone either, or at least not one that works anyway. I've got about 10 of them. None of them work. I mean, I could do it right now, the text-to-speak thing. Could look it up now, but I'm outside, so if I was inside, I would do it while I'm actually doing the live stream. Because, well, you know, guys, I'm not going to be doing it on the phone, don't you? I'm going to be doing it on the computer. I do all my stuff on the computer. I can't work a phone. People probably do edit videos and do all this shit on the phone, but I wouldn't know how to do it, so I do it on the computer. because I can work a computer, and I've got everything I need on the computer that I'd need for editing videos and doing text-to-speak things. The only problem is I don't have the equipment like the like I only have one monitor. I only have one monitor. I don't have any headphones. I don't have any speakers. I don't have all these mod cons that everybody has, apart from a computer in general, which apparently nobody has anymore. Nobody has computers anymore. I'm the only one in the universe, or at least I'm the only one around my area that has a computer these days. Well, you know that guy I told you about that I was speaking to on the main road? Remember I told you about him? I don't know whether you guys remember me talking about this in one of my live streams, but I mentioned about meeting a guy and how he got my email address and he's not emailed me. Well, I got his phone number from his colleague or whatever, his co-worker person, and I just texted him. I texted him not yesterday but the day before. And I was trying to encourage him to watch my Picato live stream, which, by the way, if you want to watch it, it's Jeremiah and Lino. So it's picato.tv/Jeremiah and Lino. And so I told him about it. I gave him the link and everything, and it said it wouldn't open in his phone, like it wouldn't let him watch in his phone. And I said, well, why don't you watch it on the computer then? And he said, I don't have a computer. And I said, why ever not? And he said, who has computers these days? That's exactly what he said. I'm like, lots of people? People that are high tech. Like people who want to do stuff like what you obviously can't do. You can't watch my live streams, can you? He can't watch my live streams because he can't do it it won't open on his phone or something. By the way, it opens on mine. I've watched my own live stream via my phone. Well, I tested it out after I gave him the link and he said it wouldn't work. So I opened the link in my phone and it works fine. So I don't know. It's just an excuse. He just doesn't want to watch it, that's all. It's just an excuse not to watch it. But it does work. I don't believe I know anyone without a computer. Well, there you go. But every time I speak to someone, they say, I don't have a computer. I'm like, how do you... I don't know. I don't care what people say. There's things that you can do on a computer that you can't do on a phone. Mix's phone is the issue. Well, either his phone is the issue or he's just making an excuse because he doesn't really want to watch my live stream. Thank you. It'll look good because I've just... First of all, my eczema has cleared up at last, and I put lovely white makeup on today to mask all the red bits. I was going to make a costume video for you guys, but it's raining so I can't now. At least I can't do it outside where the light is the best anyway. What's typical is I wanted to do it yesterday, but the weather was bad, very much rainy, and today, whilst it was really nice weather, all those blokes were there working on the drain thing, you know, in that hole over there. Yesterday was Sunday, but I was going to do it. Oh, do you know what else he said? It was yesterday when he texted me, and do you know what? He woke me up, this guy. He woke me up at about 7 a.m. on a Sunday to tell me what happened to the blonde hair. Because I'd sent him a picture the night before and obviously he'd fallen asleep, so he was just answering me in the morning the next day. And he said, what happened to the blonde hair? He didn't say, oh, that's very lovely, you look so beautiful or anything. It was, what happened to the blonde hair? And he had to wake me up at 7 a.m, the boss. He woke the boss up 7 a.m. on a Sunday, on the boss's day off, to say that. I was furious, as you can imagine. But I just ignored him. And then, a few minutes later, guess what he said? This infuriated me even he had the gall to invite himself to my house. Now he is a total stranger, and he has the gall to invite himself to my house. He said, "Oh, how bad, I'm working in Hyde." Can't do it now. Excuse me. I make myself laugh. I'm working. Can't do it without laughing. I'm working in height. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. I can't stop. I will if I slip on this. No, I can't. Right, let me try again. Oh, I'm working in height. How about come round to your house later and you can show me your art? I don't like it. I didn't answer him until like the afternoon because I was sleeping. I just went back to, I couldn't sleep by the way after he texted me, but I ignored him and I tried to go back to sleep, and then it started bucketing it down outside and thundering and lightninging and I couldn't sleep. But I eventually fell back to sleep and I slept until probably about 1:30 in the afternoon. And then I texted him. I didn't even know what to say at first, and I was like, I wanted to say fuck off. But I said, instead I said, I don't think, I went, maybe in a, it was basically never, but I said, maybe another day. Oh no, that's not late for me, that's me getting up early. I could sleep for up to, I've been known to sleep, the latest I've ever slept was until 6 p.m. But that was when I was 16, I think, 15, 16. 6 p.m. I hated that. I said never again, and it never happened. It's not happened again except when I was ill, which was a couple of years ago. I got up at probably nearly 6 o'clock, probably about 4 o'clock. But the reason that the latest I've ever slept was probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, you know me, I'm a lazy frickin' so-and-so. I don't have a job, so I don't have to get up as stupid early as you peasants who have to go to work. Fools. Fools who have freaking million hour long jobs that have to get up at 5 in the morning and have to go to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning because I've been working until that long. People, I don't get that. Even if I was working, I'd probably have to just get a part-time job. I couldn't be doing with those long hours every single day for the rest of my life. I'd be knackered. Heck, I'm knackered when I have to get up at 9 o'clock. So after about a couple of hours, I'm really knackered. You people must live on coffee or, energy drinks. Which reminds me, I'm gonna go get mine now, even though it's freaking wet. Maybe I should go in. The dog's getting wet. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go in. It's getting a bit too out of hand out there, and lost all my freak followers. Yeah. See, I don't want to get addicted to coffee because I don't know. I've had all these things before, and they just make me depressed when I come down from them. So I don't really like to. I only like to do natural things. Come on, bring the ball. Come on, here's a good boy. Here's a good boy. Drop the ball and go back. You know the drill. You don't come that far. Go on, shoot. Oh, get out of here. Come. I didn't even say come, and you're already coming. How very dare you? Well, I went up to 7 momentarily. We're back down to 3 again. Wow. It's like people look at it and say, oh no, this is boring. I'm going to go. How rude. I haven't even got all I need. I don't care if you have a problem with this. I forgot to put his collar on. It's getting a bit too out of hand out there with the rain now, so come in. I did that deliberately, I've realised. I told you the other day. I said,
right.
I'll leave it open now so I can
Sorry,
escape.
well, close it, sorry.
It's okay, because I didn't need to use it, and
Anyway, yeah, I'll remember now.
thank you.
So
That's
he
very good.
rang me up because he said, oh, you seem to be, I've got a bit up, shirty with me and all that.
Really?
I said, well, see what he's not understanding is he's dealing with humans.
Yeah.
And humans, now, would you say I'm the most in-your-face person?
You're the most pleasant and polite person, even when you're trying to tell someone something, you'll say it in a really diplomatic way.
Exactly. Now, he could have been dealing with one of them up there.
I bet he would do what they wanted.
And I thought in here, you know what? How do these women get away with it? Because
We can't.
I can't genuinely get upset. First of all, Kirsty, I mean, I told him, I said, look, I said, don't you want to know why I've got upset? Because I said, I'm worried, first of all. I said, this is taking way longer than I expected. I've already paid 2 people before you and I've paid you so far.
I know.
I said, then there's the idea that I was actually after 20 years getting my house, something done to my house.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and this happens. I said, I didn't sleep till 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah. I said, but I was up before 9 expecting you.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you and your people to be here.
Yeah.
I said, and that never happened. I said, this is frustration. This is tiredness. And it's being afraid of what this is bloody costing me.
So anxiety.
So, thank you.
Stress and anxiety.
So, I said, I've already got,
Go on.
I've got a poor heart, health issues, poor heart, diabetes, I've got other health problems. I said, and really, this is not helping me. So, you have to realise that, you know, people get upset about things. I said, it's not, I said, no, it was nice to you guys when they came. I didn't have a go at them for not being here this morning.
I know.
So what does it bleed him? Where I am, and he still doesn't understand because he said, well, you know, I am only doing it for cost, plus 10% on top. And I thought, and I'm grateful. What if it's £1 million plus your 10%? How do I know? How do I know what it's cost so far, Kirsty?
I know.
Because do you know what else he said to me?
What else?
That digger, he doesn't even know how much that's been hired for, according to him. Well, that's... No. How the hell can you hire a piece of equipment and not know the cost of it? Apparently he doesn't know the cost of it.
That's dodgy.
So according to it, it's possibly 200. I worked it out, it's probably between £200 and £300. Now then, that's 300, say call it £300 top notch, yeah? That's just the digger. On top of that are the men's wages that got to be paid. What do they work for? Pittance. Right? So what's he paying them for? And don't forget, there's usually anywhere between 1 and 3 people, and the people actually change. Yeah? some of them changed. 2 of them were the same today, but the
Yeah,
young
I
lad
saw
was
them.
different
Yeah.
from the first lad.
Yeah, I saw that.
But how do I know what? So is that £100 a piece for the work that they've done? I don't know.
£1,000 a piece.
But I no. But what I'm saying is, Kirsty, I don't know. But say it's just £100 for each one. So it's like there's been at least 5 people. So there's been the 3 today, the 3 over the time, and then an extra one in the pit today, right? So let's just call it 5 people. That's 500 quid. So this is just guesswork. So that's 500 quid. 6, 7, 8. That's 800 quid. Say call it so far. That's without the materials, which I have no idea what that costs. So then there's the materials on that. There's the concrete, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's the slab that they've stuck in right in the middle, and whatever else they've used, the piping. Although I don't see why I should be paying for that. That's probably been paid over the years for, with the amount of money people. So you're now getting on to nearer, say, £1,000, right? Then on top of that, it's 10%. So it adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we've gone over £1,000 now. And I said to her, but I'm worrying. I said, I'm not sleeping properly. This is not doing my health any good. I said, people have issues. I said, and I could have gone out there storming at you guys, going, wow, couldn't I?
You should have done.
But I went out there and I was as nice as pie, my usual self. I said, but I'm tired. Oh, you shouldn't. All the time. Oh, you shouldn't worry, he says, everything's, fine, I'm only doing your course. I could be making it more expensive, you know the way they do it.
Yeah, I think they're doing you a favour.
Oh yeah, they're doing me a favour apparently.
You're like, notice me senpai.
How do I know they're doing me a favour? So, yeah, that was very nice. We should just lie there then, Jodie.
It was good.
I said no, sweetheart. Oh, he's very wet though. He sat there waiting to be dried. That's probably.
Yeah, he's doing.
Just a minute.
I'll dry him now. That's why he's
What was you going to feeding with, by the way?
Just the food. The food he's been assigned and not bothering me now.
What the assignment is. I could get it for you, I know.
It's actually in the freezer, so I forgot to put it out.
In the freezer?
I forgot to put it out, Mum. I meant to put it out. JD, come here.
Well, you can't do that to
Come on.
You'll have to feed him something. So, suggest for now you give him his lamb and beef or something. So,
Stay.
because he'll be after you feeding him.
Yeah.
So at least give him that. Get the
Yeah.
stuff out of the freezer. Don't bother with that, Kirsty.
Are you sure? I'm just doing
Yeah,
it like
take his neck thing off.
Oh no! I do that deliberately to keep him in place because otherwise he keeps moving. I like to have something to grab onto, otherwise I have to get my hands all shitted up with his fur and stinky, smelly
By the way, Kirsty, you didn't order me any auras.
horrors.
You didn't order me any. So we're going to run out now.
Can you pass me one of those? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
But you,
Oh, see, I already stink now.
if you'd listen to me, I said I'm just going in to get the aura. But you have to buy these every week. Kirsty.
Yeah, I know. Alright,
But you didn't. So we're going to run out. So use sparingly.
Thank you. I'll need one for his paws as well.
Yes, and I've got one.
Thank you, Mama. You're very kind.
Knows what we're doing.
Mummy knows what we're doing.
So wash the pots. I've made cups of tea.
That's very nice of you. Thanks, Mama.
And that's me done. And you've still not put the food on.
That's what I was about to do, and then
It's 6:30 now. So.
JD, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! That's better.
Oh, actually, it looks like more like it. Oh, by the way, you know what's happened with my watch?
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what time it is, if it goes on, if it bothers. It's now 8:17.
It's now 8:17.
It's decided that to change the time.
God, you're difficult today.
He wants his fill. Look, he's hungry.
Stinky
You
belly.
know what I would do, Kirsty? This is what I would do. The bare minimum, feed him and then do it. And it'd probably be more receptive. He's hungry. Look at the poor man. So go and get that thing out of the freezer before you forget again.
Alright.
It's an egg yard, isn't it?
Well, I thought I was doing it. Should I be the one feeding him?
No, but you wash it first of all, washing your hands. He's got his nose stuck in his teeth. Come on, Dylan. You can't keep waiting just because
Oh no, we can't keep His Majesty waiting. I know. I'm just kidding.
All animals like it. So she's screaming with demands.
Screw you. Screw your minds.
No, one of you might not like your mind in school. It's not yours.
I mind. Like with these guys, these are screwed with our minds.
He's a bloody cheat. Oh, apparently, according to him, see what I mean about the spreading? Put your hands into the thing. For a starter, put your hand into the sink. Oh, ignore that. That's just something that
I was going to say it's not the one you use for the dog.
No. I forgot now what I was going to say. Nice. Did we enjoy it? Let me just sort out your thing. You just stay there. Right, you just go. No, that's it. Not suck a boy. Down you go. No, in and down. Come on. Down. Thank you. Stay there. Thank you.
I think it's because you said come on. That means
Yeah,
come.
I know. Shut up.
See, I wish I was the one doing it and this wouldn't happen.
Shut up.
Because I've trained him well. I love it, Mum. I trained him. Your turn. Your turn. You gotta go, I trained him. What are you mocking me? How rude. How rude is that?
Do it there.
See how she treats me, everybody?
Don't get got the future in.
Thanks.
I'm not going with now.
La 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 la.
So get that on.
La 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 la.
Anyway, get that on.
La JD, no! In your bed.
I wasn't thinking it would work better.
Stay. You weren't called upon. Now I think it was 200, but you distracted me, so I don't know. So 200 it is. Anyway, after all that screaming, I'm now thirsty.
Oh God, you had to cook well, didn't you? See that?
Yep, it is.
Brought that through.
He does smell terrible. The dog smells terrible. I wouldn't mind if I did his thingamabob. You know, his wipes, his supposed antibacterial cleaning, smell nice wipes.
Do you know what, kids? I'd rather have more sugar.
We should clean him. Blah, 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 blah. I wish I could clean him. You know, shampoo and water and bubble him up a bit. Bubble him.
Talking about two different things. I'm talking about not dying, but Kirsty's talking about anything.
The dog and washing.
Stay there. The thing that would have worked better.
Can you go so I can do my stuff now? I'm the one who should be giving him the
You
treats
come
now.
out and he likes his little treat. That would have done it better. Now stay there and then you probably stay. And I just screwed that bit up. Don't forget to put that down for him.
Right, okay, now go.
I'm going, look, I'm off you. Have you put that on? Yes.
Yes, I have put it
Well,
on now.
once you put the pasty on,
Yes, yes, la la la.
It's dark in there now. It's dark in there now, so I'm gonna put it in the locker.
Right, now, as I was saying, as I was about to say, it would have been good if she'd have left them because I could have said what I was going to say, which was, so her thing, her idea of getting the dog to stay in his bed is, well, you should have given him a treat and then he wouldn't have come out looking for a treat. That's what she just said. And I'm all like, yeah, he only gets a treat if he stays there. He doesn't get a treat for coming out and looking for one. You know, looking for you to give him one. See, this is why I don't really like her in this room when I come back in from being out with him, because I like to do my thing with him and he behaves perfectly well. The only time he doesn't behave well is when she's in the room. Because of course he's trying to do the routine that she does and she doesn't mind him sort of coming after her and demanding treats. You know, she doesn't mind that, so he's kind of accustomed to that, and he would rather stick with my mum's routines rather than mine, which is basically has to go in his bed and stay there unless, like I say, he's wet. If he's wet, then he has to come over here, which I don't really like to do. I have to dry him, and like I say, that his towel thing stinks that I wipe him with. That was actually the thing that stank, not him this time, but he does stink actually, as it happens. So what I do is I've taken to putting in his collar. Because the collar doesn't stink as much, so I grab his collar to keep him in place right there, because he has this silly habit of moving forward. So as you're doing this, he keeps moving more and more forward. So what I do is I trap him there in front of his food and drink bowls. But he still moves, not forward, but he still moves that way, this way. Well, not this way, this is where I need him to be, like near me. But he keeps going more further away. And I can't trap him in a corner. Oh, unless I did him there. I could do him there, couldn't I? I'll try that in future. But yeah, so I've taken him to do that and he keeps moving like further away from me. Like either his back end or his front end goes further away from me. And normally I don't have anything to grab onto except his dirty, stinky body. And I don't really like to touch him, really. Because, well, first of all, he stinks, and second of all, he sheds a lot, so I don't really like to touch him, because then I don't have to wash my hands, and I'm sick of washing my hands. I have to wash them about 50 gazillion times a day, and my hands go dry. So what I've taken to do is put his collar on so I can keep at least his top half, his front half, in place. Because, say you're me right now, and this is him, right, he'll be stood there, he'll be going further away like this, or he'll be going like this. So I have to keep him in, at least his front half in place, and then if his body moves like that, I grab him like this and go. So that's what I do. I have to be a bit forceful with him, because he tries to resist me. So I have to. He doesn't resist like a lot, but he resists like just a little bit, mainly because he's trying to keep his balance, not because he's being awkward as such. But I call him awkward because it's just awkward in general. So I have to, basically I'm grabbing him here, and I have to do this to keep his back end here. Sorry, I'm not running like that. And then I get the wipe and I do that, and every time he moves I have to put him back in place. If I could, I'd tether him to an area and do it, but like they do at the groomers, they tether them so they'll stay in place, and put like a sort of, I don't know, something on the body as well to keep them still. By the way, are all my fans still there, or have they all disappeared now? I suppose they're all disappeared now. Like whoever it was that said, I take it your dog smells terrible. Jackson. Yeah, I think everybody's gone now. There's only 2 people watching, so I think everybody's gone. I don't know who the 2 people are. Clearly not the people who actually talk to me, because they're not bothering to talk, so. Anyway, so yeah, keep him in place. And usually, I couldn't do it this time because my mum's here distracting me and interfering, so normally I would get his smell good wipe. I don't know what to call them. I'll show you. Hang on. Oh, bollocks. Here they are. Oh, you're making dinner? Oh, alright then. Here we go. So I usually wipe him with these 20 Fresh Pet wipes. Peach scented. Ideal for puppies. Scented for freshness. Because for all I know, these are the things that are, you know, making me sneeze and shit. I don't know. It says it cleans away dirt, odour without water or rinsing. But I think, to be honest with you, I don't think these are a substitute for washing your dog. I think that they're just like an in-between thing, so you don't have to wash your dog as often. In his life, he's only been washed once. Terrible, isn't it? Well, when we first got him, when I was a kid, I didn't really think to do it because it was mainly my mum's territory to look after the dog mainly, because obviously I was young. But when I was a grown up and I started saying, shouldn't we wash the dog because he fucking stinks, my mum was all like, no. I don't even know why. Don't even ask me why. I have no idea why not. Oh, did you hear that? That's my neck snapping. So it's just Richard. Where's my pervert? What is it? What did I call him? He called himself a pervert fighter. I called it something much better. Anyway, the person who keeps perverts at bay anyway. That person, where is he? He's disappeared on me. Richard! Can you take over for Jackson? Jackson's my pervert control. Is it pervert control? Richard, just for this one time, you're my new pervert control. So stop making dinner for a moment and do something. Make dinner for a moment and do something. Fecking useless, my staff is. Everybody's fecking useless. Nobody helps me when I need it. I suppose Marine Corps person has disappeared. What would you like me to say? I don't know. The usual. So off. Oh, I think if I weren't so far away, I'd be security. Oh, and Eugene's supposed to be my pervert control as well. So he's fucked off now. I'm sorry, guys. You know I can't talk when my mum is in the room, and unfortunately I lose fans. They all disappear. Like the love pigeon. I wanted to talk to him a bit more because I still didn't know who he was. But apparently he's someone from my past, so I wanted to find out more. But because my mum came in and she was talking to me for ages, he disappeared. So I guess Eugene has disappeared too. Well, do you know what? I'm going to stop the live stream because I've just realised it's a really long live stream. I might start again later or maybe not. I don't know. Just stick around just in case I start again after this.